Breaking news coming in, Karnataka cabinet has decided to increase the reservations for Vokkaligas and Lingayats. The Vokkaligas reservation will be increased from the current 4% to 6%. Lingayats will get reservations from current 5 to 7%. The reservation has been increased after the scrapping of 2B for Muslims 4%. People in this category will be considered in economically weaker section now. Karnataka cabinet has approved the big news that is coming in, the increased reservation for Vokkaligas and Lingayats. Remember, the state is also going to elections. The Karnataka cabinet has also decided to remove the reservation under the 2B Muslims and accommodate them under the economically weaker section quota, the EWS quota. This is the latest we are hearing from Karnataka. Basavaraj Bommai government. Obviously, the cabinet has decided some tweaking with the reservation categories. And the Karnataka government has announced internal shuffle within the scheduled castes, and Vokkaligas and Lingayats will get more reservation. And as far as the 2B Muslims are concerned, they will be treated as economically weaker section quota, into the economically weaker section quota. Karnataka government obviously removing the Muslims from the 2B, that is the 4% reservation category of backward classes list, and they have moved them to the EWS pool. Government has decided to distribute the 2B reservation percentage, 2C to Vokkaligas and others from 4% to 6%, and 2D, which is for the Lingayats and Veerashaiva and others, from 5% to 7%. So this is the latest we are hearing from the election-bound state of Karnataka. The state cabinet has decided to increase the reservations for Vokkaligas and Lingayats. Vokkaligas reservation will be increased from 4% to 6%. Lingayats will get reservations from the current 5% to an increased quota of 7%. This, obviously, this change in the dynamics comes also after the reservation has been increased by scrapping the 2B, which covers the Muslims, the 4% of that. So 2% has gone with Vokkaligas and 2 with Lingayats. There is the increase of the quota from them. But people in the category of 2B, which are primarily Muslims, will now be considered in economically weaker section quota. So EWS quota will have the 2B segment now. Karnataka cabinet approves this increased reservation for Vokkaligas and Lingayats. Obviously, the state is election bound, and obviously the kind of sway the Vokkaligas and Lingayats have, particularly in these elections, which makes or mars at times the political fortunes of not just the leaders there, but also national and domestic parties. This particular move at this crucial juncture obviously could be a turning point for the ruling BJP. And obviously, we will wait for the reaction coming in from JDS and Congress. How do they see this? And the Karnataka cabinet, obviously, once again, deciding to remove the reservations under 2B Muslims and giving it to the, transferring them to the economic weaker section quota. Mahesh Chitnis joins us on the broadcast from Karnataka, Bangalore. Mahesh, how do we read this as of now, especially at a time when elections are just around the corner? Do you believe that this is something that might rub the opposition the wrong way? Well, we'll be joined by Mahesh.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely no doubt that it's an election strategy that Basavaraj Bommai government has played here. So basically, in the cabinet decision that they have taken today, they have abolished 2B category, which was exclusively reserved for Muslims. So they used to enjoy 4% reservation in that particular category. So that has been divided now into Vokkaligas and Lingayats. Vokkaligas, who were earlier in 2C, who used to enjoy 4%, now they will get 6%. Lingayats, including Panchamasalis, is on a protest. Earlier, they used to enjoy 5%. Now they will get around 7%. The cabinet has also taken one very, very important decision of internal reservation in the scheduled caste. The government in November had formed a cabinet subcommittee headed by the Law Minister J.C. Madhuswamy, and today they have given a recommendation to the cabinet, and it was accepted. In the scheduled caste group, cabinet has approved a proposal of giving dividing reservation among various communities within the scheduled caste. First will be scheduled caste left will now get around 6%. SC right will get 5.5%. SC touchables will be getting around 4.5%, and SC others will get around 1%. So this decision has been taken based on the OBC Commission interim report. I just want to tell you that the OBC Commission, which had recommended the reservation, a slight hike in reservation for Vokkaligas and Lingayats, is only based on an interim report and a interim empirical data which they have collected. The final report is yet to be submitted to the government. And during one of our conversation exclusive with the News 9, OBC Commission Chairman Jayaprakash Shagade had said that the final report will not be submitted to the government before polls, and they need at least around 6 months' time. Yes, definitely, this will going to be a game changer in the upcoming elections, where the opposition Congress have been targeting the BJP that whatever they had promised were not fulfilled. But and this is a big answer for the Congress, and it will be interesting to see how the Congress will be reacting for this move.
Right, Mahesh, also keeping the demography of Karnataka in question, especially the northern Karnataka area where the Muslims, it's considered to be a strong presence of Muslims there in the princely state of Hyderabad, Gulbarga, Bidar, Bijapur, Raichur and Dharwad. These areas, how do you see, I mean, do you see the dynamics also taking shape as far as the voting pattern is concerned, talking specifically about the Muslim community there?
Yes, one thing to be understood here is during a press conference after the cabinet meeting, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai said that we are accommodating the Muslims in 10% economically weaker section, which is a larger pool. According to the BJP government in Karnataka, in the state there are very less communities which fall under the economically weaker section, that is 10% pool. So they believe that there will be around 6 to 7% of reservation left, which can be given to Muslims. So that is the game rule that the BJP is trying to play right now. But I think in the coming days, they will be giving more clarity on it. And of course, answering to your question, Muslims are scattered across the Karnataka, but their presence is maximum in Kalyana Karnataka region, which is also the home district of Mallikarjun Kharge, Kalburgi. So definitely, Congress will have to firefight and try and understand like the quota system what BJP is trying to play, and
Right.
finally try and again target maybe the BJP government, which might to gain benefit in the electoral polls, which might be scheduled in the April or May.
Right, one final question, Mahesh, before we let you go. Obviously, the dynamics and the strings that might, coming to picture, obviously are also associated not just with the state, but also to the center. The double-engine government approach, what the BJP has maintained in states specifically like Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, and where it has been a very huge poll pitch as well. Do you believe that there would be many takers for such kind of very grassroots changes that the BJP is trying to make, is in the process of making right ahead of the elections? Do you believe this is going to benefit them, or Congress or the other opposition parties could find a loophole in it and turn the tide in their own favor?
Yeah, definitely. One thing I would like to add here is the Bombay government had hiked the reservation of SC ST. SC for to up to 15% and ST up to 7% in December last year. But the government had delayed it to recommend it to the center, and Congress today had held a huge protest in Karnataka, saying that government is delaying it. But at the last moment, yesterday night, the Chief Secretary of Karnataka wrote to the Home Minister recommending to put under it SCSTA reservation in the ninth schedule, so that it will be kept out of the legal purview.
Right.
So definitely Congress will try and find out loophole here. and try to target the ruling BJP government. And of course, even BJP will have to try and convince the Panchamasalis and Vokkaligas how they plan to benefit from it. Because of course, it's just a proposal, and the government have accepted it. There is definitely a court legal battle which might take place. And one thing I
Right.
would like to put it here is Panchamasali Sir Jai Mrutyunjay Swami, who is on a 68-day fast at Freedom Park in Bangalore, had written to PM Modi saying that they have no trust in Basavaraj Bommai government. So it was a big, huge setback for the Bommai government, and the BJP feared that the Panchamasali committee, which traditionally votes for the BJP, might split and help Congress in the upcoming elections. So they had to take some kind of decision. So they have made this recommendation and accepted it. So it will be interesting to see whether the Panchamasali community will accept this or no,
Right.
because Panchamasali was demanding reservation under 2A, that is 15%. Now the government has given them up to 6%. So it will be interesting to, sorry, 7%. So it will be interesting to see whether they will accept it or they will continue their fight.
Right, Mahesh, I can't help but ask you about something which has transpired today in the national capital. Rahul Gandhi being disqualified from the membership of the parliament. Congress right now, as we speak, is in huddle. Priyanka Gandhi is saying that let's put in our effort in Karnataka, let's beat BJP on their own turf, and then we will give a befitting reply to this act of disqualification of Rahul Gandhi from as an MP. What chances do you foresee? Because BJP, even before the election code of conduct has come in and the dates have been announced, options and SOPs like these, moving a critical 16% Muslim quota into the EWS quota, obviously making them, benefiting them also, and also keeping Lingayats and Vokkaligas happy. How confident do you believe this speech from Priyanka Gandhi is as of now, which is coming from the AICC headquarters, that they will try and beat Congress on the beat BJP on their own turf? Do you see this happening? What is the ground situation there as of now?
The Rahul Gandhi factor might not have so much of impact. He had just held one round of campaigning in Belagavi, so he is yet to start. But of course, it will have a marginal impact. It depends on how Congress take this narrative forward and try and convince people that see what Rahul Gandhi has been suffered or such kind of narrative. It of course it comes to the Congress how they will take it to the grassroots people and how they will try and fight the BJP government in future. So it will depend on the Congress next steps. After that, only a proper channel of what has changed in the grassroots can be analyzed.
Right. Also, one final question I would say, the role of B.S. Yediyurappa, although he has taken retirement from active politics, but his role obviously cannot be written off as of now. And Prime Minister Modi himself going and wishing him and all him and Yediyurappa walking hand in hand, that was something which was a clear message that a lot banks on the political acumen of B.S. Yediyurappa. How do you see that transpiring as of now? And does this Lingayat stronghold that BSY also commands, in a way, do you think he is the one who is also calling in the shots there in Karnataka as of now?
Yes, uh, Yediyurappa belongs to a powerful Lingayat community. Panchamsali is one of the dominant sect of the Lingayat community. So they have been demanding reservation under 2A up to 15%. So when the Panchamasalis started their agitation, Yediyurappa had reportedly promised them to fulfill their demands, but it did not happen. And even Bommai also took some time to take this decision. So Panchamasali Seer Jayamrityunjay Swami ji, a section of the Panchamasali community, had targeted both Yediyurappa and Bommai, and their effigies were also burned recently in Bommai's home district, Haveri. So there has
Right.
been one section of Panchamasalis who have been targeting Yediyurappa as well as Bommai. On the other hand, another section of Hariyar Mutt they have been supporting and trying to make them pacify to give up their protest. But the seer, Jai Mrityunjay seer Swamiji had never budged and continued his protest. So it will be
Right.
interesting to see whether he will accept it or reject it. So everything is completely dependent on the seer's approval or dismissal on this proposal. And coming to the Yediyurappa factor, of course, he is the strongest Lingayat leader. And today, Amit Shah, when Amit Shah visited the Yediyurappa's residence, he asked Yediyurappa to give the bouquet to his son Vijayendra and let him welcome him to his residence. I just want to tell you that B.R. Vijayendra, who is the younger son of Yediyurappa, has been facing opposition within the BJP, a section of BJP leaders. So, some analysts believe that his sudden rise and Yediyurappa's trying to, project him as in next heir and next Lingayat heir had made enemies within the BJP, which has affected a lot of seniors, including Housing Minister V. Somanna. But today's bonhomie between Amit Shah and Vijayendra and Yediyurappa had completely silenced the detractors of Vijayendra. So there are 2 points to be looked at here in today's meeting with Amit Shah and Vijayendra. One, uh, he kind of specified Yediyurappa that we are with Vijayendra, and Yediyurappa has been demanding a ticket for Vijayendra from Shikaripura. But after party leaders like C.T. Ravi, who said that tickets are not given in anybody's kitchen and somebody is somebody's son, does not mean that ticket is provided. So such
Right.
statements have somewhere been against Yediyurappa and his family. So today's meeting has almost guaranteed that Vijayendra will be contesting from most probably Shikaripura. And
Right.
second point that Amit Shah has given today is the importance of Yediyurappa in the BJP. So after
Absolutely.
PM Modi and Yediyurappa Bonomi, today again Amit Shah showed that what Yediyurappa is for BJP by visiting his residence and holding a breakfast meeting in Bangalore.
Well, C.T. Ravi, one thing that was prophetic, he mentioned kitchen, and today we saw those visuals of Yediyurappa's son serving Amit Shah the morning breakfast, and there was also obviously a feast for the eyes for Yediyurappa supporters, obviously, but for rest of the members and obviously those who might have some dissenting voices might not have liked that. Mahesh, thank you so much for speaking to us, bringing us the details emanating from Karnataka. And for those who are joining the broadcast just now, Karnataka cabinet has decided to increase the reservations for Vokkaligas and Lingayats, and Vokkaligas reservation will be increased from 4% to 6%. Lingayats, who stand at 5% right now, will be getting 7% reservation. And interestingly, before we close, the reservation has been increased after scrapping the 2B, which covers the Muslims. The 4% has been given to that category, and the Muslims have been shifted to the EWS quota. So keeping everyone happy, win-win situation for the BJP. We will keep an eye on that. Until then, keep watching News 9 Live.